Welcome back to Fantasy Fix. You can see Marshall Faulk on the NFL Network's Total Access show. We have limited access, but we'll take what we can get. Marshall comes courtesy of BowDogFantasy.net. All right, Marshall, the raging question in Philadelphia. A.J. Feely looks solid filling in for Donovan McNabb. Almost pulled off the huge upset in New England. Would you go with McNabb this week if he's healthy enough to play, or ride the hot hand in Feely against Seattle?
I'd definitely go with Feely, but the one thing is Donovan McNabb has to say that he's not 100%, or he has to say that he is 100% for me to insert him. Right now, A.J. Feely showed that he is capable enough of coming in and giving his team an opportunity to win ball games.
Hey, Marshall, the Jags continue to have injury problems, losing 2 of their tight ends for the season in their win over the Bills. Do they have enough left to give the Colts a run on Sunday?
They do, and the one thing is you have to remember the Colts, they're banged up also, so this game will be a tale of the tape of 2 teams that are pretty much banged up and bruised. But the one thing that they have in this game that they didn't have in the home game that they played against the Colts, Garrard will be healthy. He got hurt early in the, I want to say, the second quarter of that game, and the Colts just ran away with it. Before that, the defense had enough power, enough mainstay to slow the Colts down. He will be getting Marvin Harrison back from what I've heard, so I anticipate this being a classic AFC South matchup.
All right, the Minnesota Vikings get league leader Adrian Peterson back for this week's game against the Lions. He's missed two games, and he's still the league leader. But is he a smart play this week against that Detroit run defense?
Without a doubt, in the Detroit Lions, that defense, you know, they're very opportunistic. They want turnovers. They don't do great against the run. They're okay. I feel like Adrian Peterson can have a big day. But the one thing that they'll have to do is they'll have to throw the ball downfield. They'll have to force Detroit to play cover 2 to get those safeties back so Adrian can have a good day against them.
The Bears lost Cedric Benson for the season last week against the Broncos. Is this the end of the line for Chicago's playoff hopes, or will the other Adrian Peterson get the job done?
Well, it's not the end of the line. It is the NFC we're talking about. And the Bears, they still have a chance. I feel like Adrian Peterson gives them a better chance than Cedric Benson. He's more explosive. He has the knack of maybe going a distance. He's a home run hitter in a sense, not the classic type of home run hitter, but a guy that can definitely move the football down the field. When you look at this offense with Cedric Benson, the offensive line and him, they didn't gel well. They were accustomed to Thomas Jones, a guy that you didn't have to really block guys. You just had to get on him, and he'd hit the crease and get 10 to 15 yards on a carry.
All right, finally, Marshall, load us up with your stud, your dud, and your sleeper for Week 13.
Exactly. My stud is the obvious. You think of Tom Brady going up against the Ravens defense that last week, Phillip Rivers pretty much had his way, a guy that at times looked nervous in the pocket. He had guys running wide open the field. We know what Tom Brady and his receiving core is they're going to have fun with the Ravens. My dud is Reggie Bush. He's averaging less than 4 yards a carry. Right now, that offense is struggling to run the ball. They're really missing Deuce McAllister going up against a Bucs defense that they can stop the run. They can rush the passer. This would be a good game to see. Can Reggie Bush get on track? I don't think so. My sleeper, John Kitna against the Vikes. Don't be fooled by the Vikes last week catching interceptions from Eli Manning. Everybody does that. The one thing that surprised me is that they were running them back for touchdowns. I expect John Kitna to exploit the Vikings secondary like everyone else has.
All right, Marshall, as always, thanks for joining us, and we also want to thank BowDogFantasy.net for your appearance.
See you next week.
Well, let the games begin. We explore 4 matchups to